Welcome back. It is Sunday, June 9th in the MLB, and my three favorite picks are on the way. What's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shot, here to finish out the weekend strong. Let's make some money today. Let's talk about yesterday, though, real quick. The profit streak continued. Doing a recap of yesterday, a 2-in-1 day. We almost made a unit back. Let's talk about the picks. We had the hit parlay that I made. That one was probably the easiest cash we've had all year. Both hitters, Quan and Volpe, got their hits in their first at bat. You couldn't ask for it to be any better. Normally, I do love betting hit parlays almost every day. Sunday is the one day I don't bet them, though. You get random lineups, you get random guys scratched from lineups. I don't like to try to predict what's going to happen on these Sunday lineups, so I'm not betting a hit parlay today, but they've been rolling for us. We've been making a lot of money on those. Then we also had a lively under hits allowed. That one was free as air. The Guardians blew him out, and Lively actually ended up only pitching 5 innings in that one. He was absolutely cooking in that one. And then our only loss of the day, what prevented the sweep, boneheaded pick by me. I had the Rays on the money line. That team's trash. They're fake sharp. They just confuse me. I just think they're going to perform, and then they go out and get 2 hit yesterday. Yandy Diaz was the only guy to get a hit in that lineup. Disgusting. But you know what? Today we have an opportunity to make some money, and we have an opportunity to cross into the plus unit mark, which, oh my gosh, if you know the struggle, guys, it's been like 1 step forward, 2 steps back in the past like month or so. But today we're gonna continue to make money. And if I don't make money, the giveaway opportunity still stands. Go down in the comments to enter the $25 giveaway opportunity. You guys should know the drill by now, but I'll re-explain it to you. Number 1, you have to be subscribed to our channel. Go down, hit that subscribe button, free to do so. Number 2, drop your best bet on this MLB slate, or it could be an NBA play. I don't even care. Go down in the comments, drop your best play today, the one you feel the most confident about. And if I do not have a winning day, if I do not go 2-1 or 3-0, I will give away $25. For some reason, every time I run this giveaway opportunity, I'm going positive. It's like the pressure just makes me perform. So I don't know. I'm going to continue to run it until it's making me cost a lot of money myself. But definitely go down and do so. I love to see what you guys are rolling with anyway. I think it's a great habit to get in the comments and just talk with each other that way. Now let's go to the picks today. First play, we're going out to Great American Ballpark, and I'm taking the under in the first 5 innings between the Cubs and the Reds. Under 4.5 total runs, minus 105 odds on Bet365 is your best value there. Now, I like this first 5 under because I think we see a pitcher's duel early in this game. I think the bulk of the runs in this game come in the bullpens, actually. So I want to target the first 5 under. I think it's a pretty solid bet to make. Let's talk about who's starting for the Reds today. It's going to be Frankie Montas. 4 ERA and a 1.28 whip for Montas. If you guys remember the last time I backed Frankie Montas, it was the Reds on the money line. Montas had an absolute masterclass. 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs in Coors Field. That was a solid start. I hope he's able to build off that. I hope he's not going to prove that as an anomaly. I still think he's a really solid pitcher when he comes out there dialed in. Montas, first time through the order, pretty dialed. Only allowing a 215 batting average first time through the order. Second time through the order, 237 batting average allowed. Third time through the order, a little bit higher at 255 batting average allowed. You kind of look at those numbers. I think we can work with that. I think Frankie Montas comes out there and pitches a pretty solid outing. Do we need him to be perfect? No, just not like 3 earned runs or crazy like that. Cubs have been stranding runners in scoring position all series long. They're combined 4 for 28 with runners in scoring position this series. And my new philosophy with runners in scoring position is not to say, oh, they're due. Because if you look at those numbers, I think they are due. But I said the Rays were due yesterday, and they didn't even put a single guy in scoring position. It's more of like a, what are you doing for me lately? And the Cubs are not hitting with runners in scoring position. And Montas is a good pitcher at stranding those guys. He's only allowing a 233 batting average with runners in scoring position and only a 191 batting average with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. You got to strand that guy in scoring position to cash an under. Montas has been really good at doing that this season. And then on the other side, a guy we've all heard of, we backed a few times, Shota Imanaga starting for the Cubs. 1.88 ERA and a 1.04 whip for Imanaga. This guy's been lights out most of the year. Now, I say most of the year because his last couple starts, he's looked human, right? 5 runs, 1 of them earned in his last start, and then 7 earned runs in Milwaukee. We remember that Milwaukee start all too well. We had the Nerfy in that one. Brother went out and hosted batting practice. I mean, Imanaga is a solid pitcher. I still like him to bounce back today. Look at this Reds offense. They're a team I love backing. They made us a ton of money, but I think they are losing a little steam too, just kind of like the Cubs. They're only hitting in their last 2 games combined 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. In game 1, they were great. They scored 8 runs, but their last 2 games, they've been slowing down a little bit, and I could see Imanaga coming out and absolutely dealing in this one. Imanaga only allowing a 222 batting average with runners in scoring position and only a 188 batting average with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Again, we need both these starting pitchers to strand those guys on base. Both of them have been pretty solid at doing that this year. Look at this Reds team. They are hitting 324 against righties or against lefties in June. They've been crushing left-handed pitching, but do they get to Imanaga? I still think Imanaga gets the best of them. Does he shut him out completely? Probably not. I still think this game's like a 2-1, maybe a 2-2 game through 5 innings in this one. And I think we cash the under in the first 5. I really do like that as my first pick of the day. I think it's a solid bet to make. Hopefully Shota can keep the balls, from absolutely flying out of that ballpark. Again, that worries me slightly, but I still think it's a really good bet to make. Both starting pitchers need to be dialed in that one. Now let's go to our next pick. We have been absolutely scorched earth with player props, especially the hits allowed market. It's like my new favorite market. I've hit, I think, 3 straight of those. So let's try our luck here. This is one I like just as well. Bryse Wilson of the Brewers, under 5.5 hits allowed, -125 odds on DraftKings is your best value. Now, a little bit juicy on the under in this one. I totally understand why it's priced this way. Yesterday, we got crazy, plus 115-ish value on Lively's under and hits allowed. Again, they're not very sharp in this market. I think this is a market where we can have an edge on these books. Because I just looked at some of the lines yesterday. They had Charlie Morton at 4.5 hits allowed. He had just allowed 12 to the same team, and then he allowed a million again in the second time around. So if you guys do have this market, I would explore it a little more. I think it's a market that they're not that sharp in. They can't be sharp in every market. I just want to come out and say that. Now, Wilson is over this line in 3 straight games. That's why the number is where it is. It has to be. If he's over this line in 3 straight games, it can't be 4.5. As a starter, Wilson's under this line in 5 out of his last 6 starts, though. That's what I really want to pay attention to, because Bryse Wilson is supposed to start this game. Now, if something crazy happens and he gets moved, I don't know what happens. Maybe the bet voids. But as a starter, he only allows a 217 batting average. That's important because he's so much better. His splits as a starter versus as a middle relief guy, it's night and day. In 9 road games too, Wilson only allowing a 220 batting average. He's a solid starter on the road, and that's what we need today. We need him not to be nervous and come out and just host batting practice. With runners in scoring position, Bryse Wilson only allowing a 143 batting average, with 2 outs in runner scoring position, only allowing a 182 batting average. Why is that important? Because that's kind of how you amplify these hits allowed props. If you have a guy in scoring position and you're allowing that guy to cross the plate, that's how you get the big inning. That's how you get like the 3 or 4 hit inning and toast your bet in that one. Look at this Tigers offense too. Do I trust them to be able to hit Bryse Wilson? I don't. Tigers only hitting 172 versus righties in June. Obviously, Bryse Wilson can come out in this game and be all right. All we need is him to be serviceable, because 5.5 hits allowed. The reason I've been targeting these unders is just I think 6 hits allowed on a pitcher is a very high number. A lot has to go your way. The balls have to be finding the gap in that one. I think Bryse Wilson can come out and pitch serviceable for us. I mean, he's not an ace, which is why I like the price on this one. And he might not even go that deep into this game. You look at Wilson; he's only went over 5 innings pitched in 2 out of his last 6 games he started. Again, they use Bryse Wilson differently as a middle relief guy versus a starter. I still think this one in this spot is a great time to take his under hits allowed. I think he maybe goes 4 or 5 innings pitched and limits the damage, and that's all we really need to cash this prop. I love the hits allowed market. We've had a lot of success over the last few days betting it. Bryse Wilson, go out there and get it done for us. Now it will lead us to our last pick of the day, a pick that might be controversial in the comments or might not be. It's a team I rarely back. Taking the Los Angeles Dodgers on the money line, -120 odds on Caesars is your best value. Now we're going to Sunday Night Baseball in this one. I'm taking the Dodgers to sweep this series and make a statement on Sunday Night Baseball. I like the way they're playing, and I think they get the win today. Who's starting for the Yankees, though? It's going to be Luis Gil, 1.82 ERA and a .92 WHIP. Gil's been lights out this season. This will be the ultimate test for him, though. how are you going to pitch against probably one of the best lineups he's faced this year? I can't come out and poke holes in Luis Gil's game. The only thing I can kind of say is I've seen him be erratic before. Maybe he's a slightly erratic today. Maybe he's trying to overthrow because, pitchers with the strikeout ability like Luis Gil, sometimes they come out and when the lights are pretty bright like this and they're just not themselves. They just can't find the zone. They're overthrowing a lot of pitches. That's the only weakness I can find in Luis Gil's game because he's just been lights out in every single category. There's a reason why he's keeping that ERA a sub-2. Now, why am I comfortably backing the Dodgers in this one? Because they're getting production from the bottom of their order, and that's extremely scary for the rest of the league. They were talking about it on the telecast yesterday. I watched a good bit of that Yankees-Dodgers game. They were talking about on the telecast, the bottom of the lineup has been a void, right? They get production from Mookie, Freddie, Will Smith. They're seeing and Ohtani. They've been getting now production from the bottom of the order. Teoscar Hernandez is seeing the ball really well. He's cracked out of his mind. Obviously, I love that for RBI opportunities with the guys in front of him on base already. And every batter in the bottom of the order yesterday had a hit. So obviously, I like the way that they're producing. And when they're producing like that, they are scary to the rest of the league. I don't care what you want to say because the Mookie, the Freddie, Ohtani, those guys will produce as they always do. If the bottom of the lineup produces, it's hard to find outs in this lineup. Dodgers hitting 261 in their last 3 games. Obviously, game 1 of this series was low scoring. They didn't get a ton of hits in that one, but they got them when they needed to. I think if they're patient against Luis Gil today, they have success. Just don't go chasing crazy pitches out of the zone. I think they'll be good. And then that goes into who's starting for the Dodgers. It's Glasnow. Battle of the aces. Well, Glasnow, 2.93 ERA and a 0.9 whip. Glasnow, obviously, we faded him in his last start against the Pirates. They lost 1-0. Crazy game in that one. But this Yankees team has had a bunch of familiarity with Glasnow. Why? Because he used to pitch for the Rays in the division. And in 113 plate appearances, this Yankees roster only has a 194 batting average against Glasnow. The fact that that's a sub-200 batting average against a pitcher that's seen them plenty, I like that a lot for Glasnow's matchup. This is also a different Yankees team without Juan Soto. Now, is Juan Soto going to miraculously hop into the lineup tonight? Maybe. I don't know. But what I do know is in their last 2 games without Juan Soto, the Yankees are only hitting 200. I do not trust this Yankees lineup to produce outside of Judge and Volpe. It's hard to see where the production's going to come. I mean, I'll gladly live with the Gleyber Torreses and the Anthony Rizzos of the world beating me because Rizzo just cannot see the ball well at all. Glasnow also only allowing a 185 batting average with runners in scoring position and only a 167 batting average with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. So even if the opportunities are there for the Yankees, Glasnow has been virtually shut down this year. I think he's able to go blow for blow with Luis Gil, and I like his chances more to get the run support. And obviously, crazy thought here. You have to have runs to win the game. I think the Dodgers get that. And then we go to the bullpens, right? Both these starters might go deep into this game. Who knows? But the bullpens will come in. Dodgers second in bullpen ERA. Yankees third in bullpen ERA. Got neck and neck bullpen. But what I do know is that the Dodgers have scored 8 runs off the Yankees bullpen in both games this series combined. I still like them to be able to get to the Yankees bullpen. I think their bats are just heating up at the right time. I think they get the series sweep in this one, make a statement, put the rest of the league on notice, and all those Dodgers fans that are taking over the Bronx, I think they go home happy with a win tonight. That'll do it for the picks today. Let's do a quick little mini recap of what we're rolling with. Got the Cubs and the Reds under 4.5 in the first 5 innings. We got Bryse Wilson under 5.5 hits allowed. And then we have the Dodgers on the money line to close out Sunday Night Baseball. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let's make some money today. And as always, I'll catch you on Monday's video, hopefully with a 3-0 sweep. That'd be awesome. Catch you then.